And welcome back. We are joined by Naoma Doriguzzi, and we're talking social media. And I asked Naoma, what are we talking about? And she said social reading. That's a new one for me.
Reading. Back in the day, reading.
Yeah.
When was the last time you read a book?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
Turned a page.
I'm currently reading a book.
Oh, that's awesome. I love to read. But with all the technology, you have to try and keep up with just reading your emails and blogs and Twitter feeds. So there's a thing called social reading. You're obviously learning to share what you're reading. People like to share experiences, like kind of like the book clubs, and you have competitions on who could read the most books during the summer. But it's kind of hard to keep it all organized, and what do you read, and I can't read it now, but I really want to read it. How do I bookmark it and save it for later? So a couple things that I use. First, I use Flipboard, and that's kind of how I curate all my news. And you kind of create your own online magazine. It's very photo friendly, and then I can kind of see which ones I might want to read later or just read real quickly just by the photo. I also use Pinterest. I create boards. A lot of people create boards on books I'd like to read. So once you're browsing the internet, you can create a board and then just start pinning all the books, and you can go back to it later and kind of check them off the list of what you'd like to read.
And the first one that you said for organizing, was that an app or is that a website?
Yep, it's a free app. It's called Flipboard. And then Pinterest, a lot of people use that as well. And if you don't have time to read, a good tip is the public library. You can download free e-books. So if you in audiobooks, if you like to read, or if you just want to put it onto your e-reader and read it later, you can do that. And they have a lot of free books that you can use as well.
So without a trip to the library?
Exactly.
Just log on?
Download. Yep.
Wow.
You just need a Virginia Beach library card, and you can just register for it, and then you can start downloading books to read.
That's
great. You don't even have to go, and then you can also do the audiobooks too.
You can do it for your kids too, right?
Exactly, exactly. But also trying to keep up with reading everything. There is an app that can help you speed read even. It's called Read Quick. The average person reads about 250 words a minute per this app, and what it does is you download or you send or pin to it what article you may want to read, and it'll flash the words one at a time to you, and you can kind of practice reading faster, and I guess it's supposed to help you pretty good, so you can read more.
Yeah, with all the, as if we don't feel like overwhelmed enough, right, with all the content.
I know, but you know, I love to read, and you know, I probably read about 1 or 2 books a year now because I'm always reading stuff online, but you kind of have to try and keep up with it all, and those are some good tips to stay up to date on your reading.
Yeah. And I like you comparing it to, you know, like book clubs and stuff like that, because you can consume, and not that we have to share everything, you know, in our lives, but you know, get on and find people of similar interests.
Exactly. And the good thing, too, about all the online is you can read good reviews. So before you even take the time to read the book, is it good? Go to Amazon, go on these other websites, see what other people are talking about before you have, you know, so you're not wasting a lot of time reading a book that may not be as good.
All right, Naoma, thank you. Good information. We'll be back.